kids can, sometimes when we get into argument with our spouse, it's not always in private, is it?
Nope.
Sometimes it overflows because it just happens. And our kids hear it. Once we've settled down, I think they ought to be in the room when that apology and that asking for forgiveness comes. What you've just done is say, hey, I'm not perfect, but when I do wrong, I'm going to model forgiveness in front of you. In fact, I would say the same thing when you discipline in anger your child, which I know I did many times. Go back and apologize to your child. Ask for their forgiveness. And we say, we should never have to ask forgiveness from our kids. Oh, no.
Oh.
They're human beings made in the image of God. And even though you're a parent, sometimes you need to ask forgiveness because you've wronged your children. And Ephesians tells us not to exasperate our children, right? To the point of anger.
Yeah. Or even if it's, I know for a lot of times it's just an attitude of anger. You know, I recognize afterwards, or even in the moment sometimes, and I still have that anger, and you can't.
It's hard to shut it down sometimes.
Yeah.
That's that human.
You come in anger, and then you have to confess, like, look, I was angry because I wanted things to go my way, and they weren't going the way I wanted them to go, and I was angry about that, and that's unbiblical, that's ungodly, and that's not the kind of anger that God has, and I apologize. And Jeffrey, many episodes ago, had told me that in his house they always try, and it's not just to go enough to say I'm sorry, but you have to confess, this is what I did, and it was wrong. Will you please forgive me? Because you're acknowledging that you need forgiveness. And I always stress for my kids, and they get it now, so I rarely mention it, but it's not, the proper response is not, it's okay. Somebody does something wrong, it's not okay. It's not okay that they did that. The proper response is, I forgive you. And so I've always tried to stress that with my kids, because God's not going to say, yeah, it's okay that you disobeyed me. It's not okay, but I forgive you. And he can do that through Christ.